Let us see how to draw the Coplaner forces. First thing is first, we need to create a scale. So most of the time they will give you a scale. However, if they did not give you a scale, you need to create a scale. So I'm going to create a scale of, I'm going to write it here. I'm going to create a scale where I would say for every 10 meters, I would use 10 millimeters. So that is the scale that I would use. Now, I need to have a starting point. Then, I'm going to draw a line here. So I'm going to use this part as my starting point. What does the diagram say? The diagram says 60 meters. So 60 meters is equivalent to 60 millimeters. So then I use a ruler and then I measure 60 millimeters. Right there, I put an arrow, then I darken this line. Right. Then from there, I use what we call a protractor. Why? Because it says 50 meters east, 45 degrees to the south. Then I put my protractor there where I've ended at that ruler, at that arrow. Then what do? I measure 35. That is my 0, 10, 20, 30. This is 35. What is it saying? 45. Okay. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. It's right here. Then what do? Then I just draw a ruler. I just draw a line using a ruler right there. But what does that line say? It says 50 meters. So 50 meters is actually equivalent to 50 millimeters. So I measure 50 right there. I draw a line. I put an arrow. Right. Then from there, what do? Then it says going to the south, I need 30 meters. Going to the south with just a ruler, I measure there. So now let's measure 30. So 30 is there. Put an arrow right there. So from here to here, it was 60 meters to the east, which is equivalent to 60 millimeters. So right there, 60 millimeters. Then here it is 50 meters, which is equivalent to 50 millimeters. Then this line right here, it is 30 millimeters, which is equivalent to 30 centimeters. Then, what are we looking for? We are looking for, this was our starting point. I will call this A. This is our end point, that is B. Basically meaning I'm using a different color, but you don't have to use a different color, just to show you which line we are looking for. So this line right here, where I'm using a red, that's basically what we are going to measure. That is basically what we're going to measure. Then with a ruler, we're going to measure it. On the starting point, I get 118. I get 118. So that is 118 millimeters. Right. So then what do I write? I'm looking for my displacement, right? My displacement, which I would call it the resultant. I will have it as R equals that 118 millimeters is the same as, so 10 millimeters the same as 10 meters, right? So I can just have it as 118 meters. So this is the magnitude. But what is the direction? So I'm going to seek this theta right there. Then I use my protractor. Then I put here this point right there, 0. See? I make sure that this line matches with the 0. Then I start counting. 0, 10, 20, 30, 35. Is it 35? Let's see. I put it there. Yes, it is 35. That means from there, it can be 34, 35. It doesn't really matter. So when I count, it is 35. That means this angle right here, it is 35 degrees. Okay, so which direction did I start? I went to the east. So it will be east, 35 degrees going to the south. That is my magnitude and my direction. So Coplaner forces, more than one force acting on a point. In this case, we have 3 forces. Those 3 forces are the ones that are causing this to be a coplanar. Then the red line is basically the displacement that we're looking for, but I call it R, which represents the resultant. Resultant, displacement, same thing. Okay, I hope you guys understood what I was doing.